If you're a Miami homeowner thinking about remodeling your bathroom, you've probably already started looking at photos. You've scrolled through Instagram, maybe visited a tile showroom, maybe gotten a quote from someone who came to your house and gave you a number that either surprised you or didn't come with much explanation. Here's what almost nobody tells you before that conversation happens. A bathroom remodel in Miami is not the same project as a bathroom remodel anywhere else in the country. The humidity is different. The building codes are different. The condo rules are different. The waterproofing standard is different. And the consequences of getting any one of those things wrong are not a cosmetic problem, they are a structural problem that shows up 18 months after the tile goes down and costs between $15,000 and $40,000 to fix. Most bathroom remodeling content is written for a generic American homeowner in a moderate climate. This video is not that. This is specifically for Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, the 4 precinct tiers from $8,000 to $130,000 plus, the waterproofing standard that separates a bathroom that lasts 3 years from one that lasts 30, and the questions you should be asking before you sign anything with anyone. By the end of this video you will understand bathroom remodeling in this market the way a licensed contractor understands it, not the way a showroom says it. I'm a licensed Florida General Contractor, license GCG1524886, verifiable at myfloridalicense.com. We've completed over 500 projects since 2015 across Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. 5,0 stars across 60 plus Google reviews. 37 plus permits verifiable on the Public Build-Zone record. Full bathroom remodels, not partial refreshes, not vanity swaps, not tile over tile work. Full bathrooms, done right, permitted and inspected. Let's get into it. Before we talk about pricing or timelines, you need to understand why a Miami bathroom remodel is genuinely different from what you'd read about in a national guide. There are conditions specific to this market that change the work, the cost, and the spec, and if your contractor isn't building for all of them, you're going to find out the hard way. The first condition is humidity. Coastal South Florida bathrooms operate in a humidity load that does not exist anywhere else in the continental United States. Outdoor relative humidity sustains above 80% overnight year-round. Indoor relative humidity in a bathroom with a hot shower hits 10% within minutes and decays slowly. The national code minimum for bathroom exhaust is 50 CFM, that is a floor designed for moderate climates. A coastal primary bath in Miami requires 80 to 110 CFM at proper static pressure, she said at roughly 1 CFM per square foot of bathroom area. Undersized ventilation in this climate manifests within 12 to 24 months, mold on grout and silicone seams, finish failure on vanities, hardware corrosion, cabinet veneer delamination. Not a cleaning problem. A mechanical problem that was set at roughing. The second condition is the water table. Most South Florida housing sits on slab-on-grade construction or post-tensioned concrete floor slabs in high-rise condos. Either constraint limits how far a fixture can move from its existing roughing. Move a toilet, lavatory, or shower drain beyond the code-allowed trap arm distance and the project crosses from cosmetic remodel into plumbing renovation, new vent stack work, often penetrating a slab in single-family construction. This is the single largest variance driver in condo bathroom remodels. The third condition is hurricane code. Miami-Dade and Broward sit inside the high-velocity hurricane zone. The moment a remodel adds, enlarges, or relocates an exterior window, common in primary suite scope where homeowners want light over a freestanding tube, the project crosses into impact glassing territory. Inside the HVHZ, the window product must carry a current Miami Dade notice of acceptance. Data de this product premium and permit review time. The fourth condition is condo rules. A high-rise condo bathroom remodel adds a regulatory layer that does not exist in single-family work. Florida Statutes Chapter 718 requires written board consent for unit alterations. Water shut-offs are scheduled with 24 hours notice and cost money per request. Freight elevator slots require reservation. Most luxury buildings restrict construction to weekday hours only. Sound isolation requirements in luxury alteration agreements often exceed the building code floor, which makes specific substrate and membrane assemblies standard practice rather than optional. 4 conditions. Every project. That is the baseline for doing this right in Miami. Now here is the part of bathroom remodeling that separates work that lasts 3 years from work that lasts 30. And it is the part most homeowners never hear about until something goes wrong. ANSI A118,10 governs the membrane standard for direct bonded tile installations in wet areas. That is the waterproofing specification every shower we build is held to. 3 category leader systems dominate the residential premium market: sheet membrane, liquid applied membrane, and lightweight foam core panel. System selection is project specific. Sheet membrane is common on walls in standard rectangular shower geometries. Liquid waterproofing is preferred on shower floors and complex pan geometry. Foam core panels excel where weight reduction matters in high-rise condo work or where curved walls and benches require shaping. But here is the inspection that actually matters, and most homeowners have never heard of it. After membrane installation, before any tile or mortar bed sets, we fill the shower pan with water to the curb height and hold it for 24 hours. Any leak, at a corner, at a drain, at a wall transition, gets identified and fixed before tile sets. We call it the flood test. The cost of running it is 1 day of schedule. The cost of skipping it and rebuilding 3 years later is $15,000 to $40,000. We run this test on every shower we build, regardless of whether the jurisdiction explicitly inspects it. Because the waterproofing is the one decision in a bathroom remodel that is completely invisible when the job is done, and completely catastrophic when it fails. Let's talk about what a full bathroom remodel actually costs in this market. We publish 4 pre-thin tiers because most contractors want, and homeowners doing serious research deserve a real frame to plan against. Tier 1 is $8,000 to $25,000. 3 to 6 weeks active construction. Cosmetic grade remodel within the existing footprint. Stock vanity, standard porcelain tile, stock fixtures. Typical use is guest baths, secondary baths, and rental property primary baths where the goal is durability and clean finish without scope expansion. Tier 2 is $25,000 to $55,000. 6 to 10 weeks active construction. This is the recommended landing zone for primary baths in single family and condo work. Full remodel with semi-custom vanity, large format porcelain wall and floor tile, frameless 3/8 inch glass shower enclosure with marine grade hardware, mid-premium fixtures, and ANSI A118,10 compliant waterproofing throughout. Most of our bathroom volume lands here. Tier 3 is $55,000 to $100,000. 10 to 16 weeks active construction. Custom or imported semi-custom vanity, custom cut natural stone or designer large format porcelain slab walls, frameless half-inch glass enclosure, layout change is typical, relocating fixtures, expanding the footprint, adding a freestanding tube, integrating a steam generator. Primary suite renovations in single-family homes and top of stack high-rise condos. Tier 4 is $100,000 to $130,000 plus. 16 plus weeks active construction. Custom fabricated cabinetry, full slab natural or sintered stone wet walls, custom frameless glass with specialty geometry, integrated steam and lighting systems, ultra luxury hand finished fixtures. Footprint expansion, structural reconfiguration, or merging adjacent spaces. Total project window 4 to 8 months from contract to walkthrough. One number that applies at every tier, the waterproofing system is not a line item you negotiate down. It is the floor. Everything else is a choice. The membrane is not. Here is where Coastal Service shows its teeth, and where a lot of Miami bathroom remodels get the spec ruined in ways that are invisible on install day and obvious within 3 years. Frameless glass aware enclosures in Coastal Service follow their own specification logic. Glass thickness in residential premium tier brace at 3/8 inch and ½ inch tempered, conforming to federal safety glassing requirements for shower and tub enclosures. 3/8 inch supports door spans up to 30 to 32 inches with conventional hinge engineering. ½ inch is required for taller doors, wider doors, and longer and supported header spans. Hardware finish is where Coastal Service separates good work from work that fails. 316 stainless steel, marine grade, with molybdenum to resist fluoride pitting, is the corrosion-resistant standard for residential bathrooms in Coastal South Florida. Solid brass with marine-rated PVD finish is the second best option. Plated brass and chromed zinc die-cast hardware fails within 3 to 5 years on Coastal installations, with green-blue oxidation at the hinge pin as the diagnostic. The hardware finish premium between marine grade and commodity hardware on a 36-inch frameless door is $300 to $800, and the marine grade hardware outlasts the cheaper version by a factor of 3 to 5 times in Coastal Service. On fixtures, the diagnostic for fixture quality is the valve cartridge. Premium brands publish cartridge part numbers and stock cartridges for fixtures 20 plus years old. Mid-tier and commodity fixtures often go out of cartridge production within 7 to 10 years, forcing replacement of the entire fixture rather than a $40 cartridge swap. The lifetime mechanical warranty on a premium faucet is the warranty depth that justifies the spend, not the aesthetics. A bathroom renovation reads differently across the 3 property groupings we serve, and the construction realities, the regulatory layer, and the material logic shift with the housing stock. Coastal high-rise work, Miami Beach, Aventura, Sunny Isles, Brickell, shares the same constraint set. Post-tensioned concrete floor slabs that limit drain rerouting, the missing walls that limit plumbing relocation, building level approval timelines that front-load the schedule, and freight elevator scheduling that paces material delivery. Sound isolation requirements in luxury alteration agreements often impose IEC 60+, which makes specific membrane assemblies standard practice. Coastal high-rise turnaround typically runs 8 to 14 weeks with full board approval and freight coordination layered into the front of the schedule. Suburban single-family work, Coral Gables, Pinecrest, North Miami, Miami Gardens, Hialeah Gardens, shares a different constraint profile. Slab on-grade construction means slab penetration is feasible when fixture relocation requires it, but the cost premium for breaking and repowering a slab added is $4,000 to $12,000 plus to scope. Single-family bathroom remodel scope generally permits cleaner under municipal review than condo work because the regulatory layer stops at the jurisdiction. Country Club and Palm Beach County work, Boca Raton, Highland Beach, added the ARB layer when scope includes any exterior modification. Pure interior bathroom scope generally does not trigger ARB review, which is a useful planning advantage for primary suite renovations where the scope stays within existing exterior fenestration. ARB cycles in luxury communities run 30 to 60 days were triggered. Before we close, I want to give you the 3 checks you should run before signing a bathroom remodel contract with anyone, as included. 1. Verify the license. Florida Certified General Contractor License GCG 1524886. Go to myfloridalicense.com and type it in. Active status, no disciplinary actions. Do this with every contractor you're considering. If they can't give you a license number, stop the conversation. 2. Pull the permit history. Go to Build Zoom and search the contractor's name. We have 37 plus verified permits on the public registry. A contractor who has been doing this for 10 years in Miami-Dade should have a permit history you can see. If they don't, ask why. 3. Read the reviews. Not the star rating, the actual review text. Our 60 plus Google reviews name neighborhoods and project types. That specificity is what tells you the reviews are real. A contractor with 205 star reviews and no detailing any of them is a different signal than 60 reviews where people describe their actual project. Those 3 checks take 15 minutes. They will tell you more about a contractor than any sales conversation. A Miami bathroom remodel is a 4-condition project in a market with specific humidity loads, specific codes, specific condo logistics, and a waterproofing standard that is completely invisible when the job is done and completely catastrophic when it fails. The pricing runs from $8,000 to $130,000 plus across 4 published years. The timeline runs from 3 weeks to 8 months depending on scope, tier, and jurisdiction. And the difference between a bathroom that lasts 3 years and one that lasts 30 is almost entirely in decisions made before the first tile sets. That is why the process matters. Flood test before tile. Permit before demo. Marine grade hardware from the start. A contractor whose license you can verify and whose permit history you can pull. At Gaben Constructions we offer a free quote, no trip fee, and same day appointment scheduling. The number is 786-397-8380. The link to request a quote is below. Florida Certified General Contractor. License GCG 1524886. 500 plus projects since 2015. We'll see you on the next one.